Hello. So the challenge I decided to do today is no guns on Shadows of Evil. So I basically just have to try and survive as long as possible with grenades, a knife, the sword, shield, and the silver protector and traps. But it's kind of hard to get points with no guns, so that ended up being the hardest part of this entire challenge. So for this challenge, I knew I'd need sword fillet because that makes your knife do 5 times as much damage. And the armamental thing, I don't know how to pronounce it, I don't know the exact name, but it just makes you charge your specials faster, so I could get the sword back easier. So the early rounds are definitely the easiest, obviously, because I can actually knife the zombies very easy. And I ran and got the Bowie knife, which a lot of people probably didn't even realize was here because, I mean, who buys this thing on Shadows? Like, nobody. But yeah, I think this might have been my first time buying it on Shadows ever. So I got this, and it's a one hit until round 9. And with that Bowie knife, I finished up my first bug round, which kind of doesn't do much because max ammo doesn't give me anything unless I spin the box for Arnie's, but I can never really get the points to spin the box. And the entire early game of this was literally just like hoping and praying I can get the silver protector before the first Margwa spawns in. So I was purposely not doing rituals to not spawn any in because I need the silver protector to actually be able to kill them. And then on round 8, right as I was getting a new gobblegum, the Margwa spawned in, but I had actually just got all the silver protector fuses, so it wasn't much of an issue at all. I can just walk the Margwa over here and have the silver protector just slam on it. If you didn't know, the silver protector can just very easily slam the Margwa and insta-kill it on any round. And then a little bit later, I entered the sword code to get it, and I had to use the shield to actually get the sword like filled up, like to fill up the egg on some of them because I ended up passing up round 9. I couldn't knife twice in some of those areas. Also, in this, if you're wondering why I didn't do this on a very easy map like Buried, where I could just get Galvas and then just sit behind the subsurface resonator the entire game, I thought that Shadows would just be like more entertaining. Buried would just be way too easy, and I've gotten to around 140 on Buried. It would just be way too easy. I could probably get to literally around 100 without guns on this, without kills as well. Like, it would just be not as entertaining. I would just be standing in a corner for like 8 hours. And here is when I built the shield, which is very helpful, but you don't get points when you kill with it. So it's not as useful as you might think because I can use it, but I'm not getting anything back. While filling up the eggs, I tried my best to actually use my knife to get points because I had a sword fillet as well. But in some situations, I thought I might die if I try and use it. Like right here, I was getting pushed back. So I was trying my best. This nuke was just in a bad place as well. So I kind of knew I was going to have to use the shield to get out of this. But this spot up here, like in the waterfront area, is the absolute worst one. I still have PTSD from this spot from the amount of times I died while trying to go for high rounds on the Xbox 360 version of this. This spot right here is absolutely terrible to try and kill in, and I actually had to use the shield instantly just to get kills back here. I freaking hate this spot, man. Fortunately for me, though, that was the last one I needed to do, so right after that one, I went and got the sword. But even with that, killing with the shield doesn't refill it, so the only way I can refill this is grenades and knife. A little bit after I got the sword, I resorted to the same spot I trained on the Xbox 360 version, because it's the spot I'm most used to, just right here, and when a Margwa would spawn in, I would crush it with the silver protector right there. I also started trying to upgrade the sword because every time you activate a step to upgrade it, it refills your entire sword entirely, and upgrading it would just make it stronger. So I just used the silver protector to crush the Margwas, but I was really running well on points. And then on round 18, while trying to finish up upgrading the sword, I ran completely out of points and had to just grenade and knife through the entire round with no sword play. So it took a while, but don't worry, at the very end of the round when it was just crawlers left, then I got an insta-kill. So thank you so much for that game. That really helped out a lot. Then on round 20, with still only 2 perks, I finished upgrading the sword, killing 3 Margwas with 1 stomp of the Soul Protector, and I can finally go get the upgraded sword. So I gotta explain something really quick. I thought that I would be able to recharge the sword by getting a full horde together and letting the Soul Protector stomp on them, because that refills it on the Xbox 360 version of Shadows of Evil, which I played way too much of, to be honest. But I thought that would refill it, but on this version, it does not at all. So I was just kind of carelessly using my sword when I should have been actually savoring it, because I have like almost no way of refilling it at all, other than knifing and grenades. And right here in this clip is when I found out that this doesn't recharge the sword, and killing with the shield does not either. So it's literally just killing with the Bowie knife or grenades, which are both garbage at this point. And if you're wondering about traps, I was using this trap down here every once in a while, but spending 1,000 on this to kill about 1 horde rather than just spending 2,000 on Soul Protector is dumb. So for a little while, this was just kind of what I would do. Grenade for some points when I had them, knife a little bit every now and then kind of just use the shield. The only time I was able to really upgrade the sword, or not upgrade it, but refill it, was if I'd get a sword fillet from the Gobblegum and I could like 2 knife zombies. That's when I would try and refill the sword, but other than that, I could almost never refill it at all. But right here, I actually got a sword fillet, so I got my points up a lot, all the way up to like, I think at the end of this round I had like almost 18,000. So I was debating whether or not to buy Widows, but I ended up not, because I don't think the nades actually kill anything. I think they just kind of make them stand still. So I didn't think it would be that helpful, and I figured I could actually just use the points for traps and Soul Protector. But yeah, I finally got a sword fillet, and I could refill the sword after all that time. And then on round 29, I realized that I had been pretty stupid this game and genuinely forgot that trip mines were even on this map. I just randomly remembered that they are. They're not that good, but they're definitely better than using a knife the whole round. So after I got them, I ran back to the training area with them and was just hoping that they would surprise me and be even stronger than I thought. And to be honest, they kind of did. They actually like killed a good amount. I didn't even remember that, but I also got a death machine here, and I do pick it up, but it's technically a gun. So right after I kill these couple, I dropped it. And so after that death machine, which I killed 6 zombies with, by the way, you can see in that clip I killed 6 with, and right after it, I kind of ran away, and my friend who I was on a call with was asking if that was cheating, so I just put it away and didn't use it anymore. But on the very next round, Karma caught up to me for using that death machine, I guess, because I got completely trapped in a corner while trying to knife on my sword fillet, and this Margwa like had me stuck in the corner a little bit, so I couldn't crawl out until later. And as soon as I got up, there was just like nowhere for me to run at all. I almost got out of it, but I was dead. So thank you for watching, and this challenge sucks. It is literally so hard. Comment more challenge ideas, and thanks for 420 subs.